Grant Robertson.
Carry on where we were. So frontline services have in fact been attacked under this government, and the Minister would like to stand up in this House on a regular basis and tell us it's all about moving services to the front line. Well, I've got to ask the Minister, what could be more front line than a mental health clinic, an addiction clinic for young people? What could be more front line than that in addressing services? Yet that is exactly what is just closed in the Nelson-Melba region. That's exactly what is just closed in the Nelson-Melba region. Well, it's right here for the Minister if you'd like to read it. And that's closed because of the pressure that this Minister has put on District Health Board budgets. Because while the money that's gone into District Health Board budgets has increased slightly, it is nowhere near enough to keep up with inflation. The chair of the Whanganui District Health Board actually told us in the Whanganui Chronicle that there was no way they could keep providing the services that they were expected to provide with the money that was coming from the government. It has simply not been enough to keep up with inflation, and the cuts are coming. And they are coming in frontline health services, they're coming in youth health services, they're coming in sexual health services, they're coming in all the areas that New Zealanders would rightly expect that there would be frontline public health services. And the pressure is now going on those District Health Board budgets. The NGOs that are providing the services are having to cut back their services. And that is all on the watch of a Minister who likes to pretend that more money's going into health, that more money's going into frontline health services, and the tragic reality is that it's not. And then we go around regional New Zealand, Mr Chair, and we see the impact of this. You go to a place like Taihape, the hospital, gone, closed. Hospital in Hawara, under threat. But no, the Minister comes on like a white knight there and says, I won't cut a service if the community doesn't go along with that. Well, go down to Rangiora, Mr Ryle. Go down to Rangiora. The community didn't want their after-hours services cut, and that's gone. But no, the Minister didn't ride on like a white knight there. The after-hours services is gone. The after-hours services are gone. And the Minister says that's the doctor's fault. Well, that's the problem with this Minister. He wants to wash his hands when the services are cut. But it's his government's underfunding. It's his government's underfunding that means that things like that happen in Rangiora. In Hawara, he said, oh, I'm going to ride in there, but not round the rest of the country. Because this Minister, he's underfunding the entire sector. The member on the other side of the House could do with going out to Rangiora and talking to the people there and seeing what they feel about the cuts to after-hours service. He could do with going up the Kapiti Coast and talking to Lindley Williams and seeing how she felt about paying $41 for her 2-year-old to go to an after-hours clinic. He could go and see the people in Ashburton who were charged $73 for an after-hours visit who were community service card holders. New Zealanders deserve access to affordable primary health care. New Zealanders deserve preventative health services that will help keep us healthy. And they deserve some honesty from the Minister. They deserve the Minister to actually get up and not say, I got $585 million extra dollars, when the truth is that's not what happened. Money's been recycled around, the pressure's going on key programs, and this Minister is not being upfront with the New Zealand public about the impact that this will have on health services. But there's another thing, Mr Chair, in the budget and the estimates that the Minister may care to respond to. Why is it, when we look out to the capital budget for the next 2 or 3 years, it almost disappears? The Auditor General's office wanted to know, why does that money just about disappear? Is all the building over? There is urgent need for building hospital buildings around New Zealand going into the next few years, and the money is simply not in these estimates. Once again, the numbers are smoke and mirrors in these estimates. This Minister is trying to mislead the New Zealand public about the investment that is going into health. We need investment at the primary health care end. We need to ensure that there are quality secondary services available, and we need to ensure that health actually gets the investment it deserves, not what the Minister wants to pretend to us. And a Minister who comes to a select committee, who comes to an estimates hearing and cannot even tell the committee where the cuts are coming from is disgraceful. But what's more, a Minister who then refuses to actually respond to the committee when they ask to get that detail, is a minister who is not giving the New Zealand public what they deserve in the area of vote health. In vote health, New Zealanders know that there is not a bottomless pit, but they deserve an honest answer from the minister.
Chair, it's an absolute pleasure to be taking a call on this estimate.